Hello everyone, welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, playing Premier Draft Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Treasure Map is a fun card. I feel like this format is a little too fast for it. Nothing too amazing in this first pack. I think we take the Scallywag. The red aggro decks are doing reasonably well these days. It's a pirate. Blue-red likes pirates and they like artifacts. Seems alright. I mean, I think you could make an argument for this Mycoid, or you could take the treasure map. But, I don't know. So just go face. That's my plan. Chart a course, huh? I do like chart a course. Yeah? See if I can take a crack at the pirate deck, maybe? Haven't played that one yet. Is it pirates? Saheeli's Lattice would be an okay pick for red, but like nothing incredible. What is this? 6 mana 4/4 flyer that might draw a card. Clayfired Brick's very slow, but powerful. What is this? 3 mana 2/3. Oh yes, I remember. Petrify is good here. But you could also take the Shipwreck Sentry to really push into the Pirates deck. I don't think this 6 mana 4/4 flyer is all that great. Market Gnome is good. I would certainly prefer Petrify if I were going to take a white card. But I think, I don't know. I mean, Pirate and Shipwreck Sentry kind of look like a thing. The Shipwreck Sentry is a terrible card. It'll probably wheel, right? Let's take the Pirate hat. Okay. Cave thing. Relic's Roar. Just not a good card. None of this is, huh? Could take a Promising Vein, maybe? Swamp Cycler? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Relic's Roar isn't terrible for an artifacts deck. But it'll probably wheel, right? Just give me the Promising Vein. I don't know. Maybe this caves thing. Maybe we end up with some caves. Okay. There's a couple of decent blue-green cards. Yeah. The Waterwind Scout, I think. I mean, this uncommon is really nice for blue-green, but Waterwind Scout, it's good for anything blue? I don't know. We could try to nudge our way into blue-green again by taking this and hope to wheel one of these kind of cool green cards. I think that's fine. Waterwind Scout is very good, but so is this card. Any more courses? Anyone want to chart a course? I would chart a course. I love charting courses. So blue is a good color. We want to be in blue. The other one, we're not sure yet. Harland History is not very good. The Lantern. I mean, all this is kind of, right? Maybe a cave? 5 mana counterspell that does something random is I don't know, it's whatever. It's too hard to hold up mana in this format. We have this cave lover, so defossilize, huh? And another chance. I think that's better than the blue or green cards. This is like some kind of signal that maybe black is a place to be. Yeah? None of this is that exciting. Neither is Ancestor's Aid. I guess the Island Cycler? Sure. Happy to have it. Works well with Defossilize. Sort of. Take a Descend card? This artifact is okay. But, like, I don't think I would be putting in any of the decks it looks like I'm building towards, so... Soulcoil Viper to reanimate a creature. Or the Council of Echoes. 6 mana, 4/4 flyer. I think it's actually... I mean, I don't know. The Soulcoil Viper is also fine. But I think this is starting to look like it might be a good card. Yeah, I'll take the Swamp Cycler. Ooh, this... Reminiscence is not bad either, but we have... some reasons to want to descend and get big creatures in the graveyard. Ooh, I don't know if I need another Swamp Cycler so much as I just want like an early game play. Acolyte of Aclazotz, okay. I mean, sure. It's looking like I would have been happier if I'd taken that 2/2 flyer instead of taking the blue-green card. Oh well. A lot of blue in this pack. I think you just take the Relics Roar. Sorry, the River Herald Scout here. Lodestone Needle is good. And we like don't really have... Oh, maybe you go for removal? I don't have like any yet. This is not good removal. But it is removal. I don't know. I feel like I could really use a 2-drop, and who knows? This might wheel. Nobody really likes this card that much. Cool Dinosaur. Oaken Siren's usually a nice pickup. Do I want anything else instead? Not really. It's just nice and flexible to have a 2-mana Vigilant Flyer. And it ramps your artifacts, which matters sometimes. But it enables Chart a Course as well, right? Is one of the reasons it's pretty cool. Having a flyer that can attack without even having to be tapped makes it very easy to attack. Powering Chart a Course. In a deck like with Defossilize and some Descend synergies, there might be rare cases where you want to Chart a Course and not attack first. I mean, okay. Sometimes you're like, well, I want to Chart a Course, but I can't afford to attack. Oh, well, good enough to cast this, even if I have to discard. There might, in Reanimator decks, be rare cases where, like, discarding is better than not discarding. But, of course, we can still just cast this pre-combat if we're in such a situation. Just take a freebooter here. Over a cave? I think so. These early game plays that don't mind being destroyed and that give you treasure to ramp you into your later game stuff are... I think I should give them more respect. And it's scries as well. That's part of it that I always overlook. And then I had a deck recently, didn't I? I think, where I played one or two of these. I think just one. And I was always like expecting a treasure, and I was like, "What? I get scry as well? Amazing!" Because I was thinking, isn't this just a worse version of the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms 1-mana 1/1 that was like when it dies, you choose whether to make a treasure or give something else -1/-1? But the answer is no, because this one scries when it... Okay, the beginning of... I took this once, and it's like so bad. Sage of Days. It's not bad. But I think I'll just take an Echo of Dusk. I don't know. I mean, this... I have a number of good 2s, not much going on 3, and this fills my graveyard to benefit the other creatures that like want my graveyard to be full. So I think I will take the Sage of Days at this time. This guy's not having a great time. He probably won't make the cut, but you never know. We might pick up some more caves. Oaken Siren again. Looks like the pick. This guy's pretty meh. Ha ha ha. I mean, this is okay. You could even imagine maybe this is a deck that runs boulders. 6-mana 6/6, make people sack things? Could be pretty good if we can keep things like Greedy Freebooter or the Mycoid Fungus tokens. But what if we just took another Spiketail? Not sure. Let's take that. It's more flex. I don't know. You can. There's plenty of Spiketails in the sea. Okay, another chance looks great. Dead Weight would be my first removal spell. That would be nice. It's probably supposed to be Dead Weight. We have one reanimate spell. This doesn't reanimate, of course. It puts them back in your hand, but it's, you know, graveyard retrieval value. And it would be nice to have another, but I think having a little bit of removal is more important. Brackish Blunder is a tempo play. Echo of Dusk is an okay 2-drop. I think we're doing all right for 2-drops. Or we could take this to just try to do cave stuff. I don't think Brackish Blunder is all that great. It works badly against the aggro decks, and you know we're doing fine against the non-aggro decks, I suspect. Bleh. I guess a Council of Echoes. I can't imagine we're running 2 of these. Maybe it's a blowgun. Seems awful. Third freebooter? I mean, sure. I don't think we're running 3. The Pirates... We don't have much going on 4 right now. And they can really slow down an aggressive deck if you tap the big creature they're trying to hit you with. This is a 4-mana 4/5. I think it's fine. Okay, very funny. Canonized in Blood. Another freebooter. Definitely not excited by Sorcerous Spyglass. It's maybe playable in best of 3. You know what? This is not terrible. But definitely not in best of 1. Okay, we want to join the dead here. Good removal in a deck that basically has none. Pretty cool for the green guys. Two caves, right? I'll get that island out of here. Yeah, two caves. This guy's still looking bad. No Millennium Calendars. Riddle's not bad. It would be nice to have an actual counterspell. It's always going to shock people in this format. No one's playing around it. We're basically just giving up another chance, which is fine. But I think this is better. I think we have plenty of good 2-drops. I'd rather just have a solid blocker that can also make cards. I mean, this card, when it transforms, is a serious threat, obviously. But it doesn't do anything for 2. And we have enough to send that I think we can activate this reasonably often. And even if you can't, a 3-mana 1/3 Death Touch is nice for the aggro decks, kind of. You trade with like a creature and a removal spell or a combat trick or something like that. I don't have a Didact Echo yet, do I? No. I always get it confused with the Council of Echoes. Neither of them is an incredible card. It's a 4-mana 3/2 draw card, and then like sometimes it has flying. It's fine. Sorry, did I have 4? It's 5 mana. I don't really need another Acolyte, I don't think. I don't like Out of Air. I don't like this card. This is just an alright creature spell. I don't think we really have anything for Vito's Inquisitor. So I'm just going to grab a Visage of Dread, which is an okay 2-mana play, maybe. Mephitic Draft is nice. Get some draw going. I love this. Is there something else I should take instead? I mean, there's the Blade, right? Or another Spiketail. Or even this guy, but I think just this Death Toucher is pretty cool for us. Okay, I might take... No, surely I can't take Blunder here, can I? This? I could use some more 4s, I guess. How aggressive are we? I feel like we need Ray of Ruin more than we need a 3-drop. It hurts me, but we just don't have much in the way of removal, and an aggressive 3-drop like that doesn't seem like it's going to fit well here. I don't know. This deck doesn't look so hot. Too slow, not enough interaction. Well, maybe that can do something with the fact that we have occasional tokens. Definitely take an Iceberg here. Oh man, Out of Air, really? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, okay. I didn't get a hurl. I do have a. So I have one of each of the 3 counterspells in the format, I guess. That's kind of funny. That spell's all right. We got this guy back after all. So, I mean, we certainly have plenty of playables. I just feel like none of them actually add up to anything good. We don't have a game plan. Right? Like, the Oaken Sirens are good early. I think 2 of these guys is plenty. The Charted Courses are great. Pirate Hat blows. Song of Stupefaction, I guess we'll see. I'm pretty sure this card is awful. 2 mana, do nothing. Pirates, I think, are pretty bad. I have a few artifacts, but not very many. So what do I have that mentions tokens? Do I have anything besides these guys? No. This makes treasures. So that, I think, makes Vito's Inquisitor probably bad. It could be cute if you like Inquisitor, a freebooter, getting a counter and menace, then you attack and like, oh, you descended, and so these two guys each make a token. And then, but like, that requires a humongous board for that mediocre combo to work. So I think that's out of here. We just have these to make 1/1s, and like, why do I even make 1/1s? It's unclear. I don't have anything that benefits from me making 1/1 blockers, really. 1/1 creatures that can't block is what I mean. So they're really just like, oh yeah, this guy's out of here. It's like, what, 2 caves? Forget it. So my 4 slot is a little thin. I have a lot of 6 mana spells. I guess, okay, this also benefits from me making 1/1 tokens. There is a little bit more that benefits from tokens. So maybe I should leave those cards in, but I don't think they're especially good. This benefits from them. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Maybe y'all can stay. We'll see. Let's cut the Song of Stupefaction. I don't know. It is... I can't bear to part with any of these cards, even though they're terrible. It is instant speed, proactive stuff, right? Sort of. Which is the kind of thing you want to be able to hold up a counterspell, and then if they don't make you counter something, you can say, all right, I'll stupefy one of your creatures or something. The problem is a lot of the creatures you need to remove, like, their biggest problem is not the fact that they have power, it's that they're doing some other bullshit. But, you know, for dealing with aggro cards, 2 mana, remove their 4/3 or whatever, that's kind of nice. The River Herald Scout is obviously a misfit in the deck, right? It's just like a 2 mana 1/2, and it wants to be in the Explorer deck, not the Mill deck, but it's still good, right? It's better than most of the shit I'm running. Drawing lands is nice, and if you explore and put a spell on top, you can dump it and activate Descend that way. And then it's a 2 mana 2/3 that helped your Descend deck. If anything, these Oaken Sirens don't really have any fit at all, but I can't bear to get rid of them because they're the only cards that do anything in this whole deck. I don't know, maybe they are bad. God, what is wrong with me? Oh, and of course that blows out most of my artifacts. Right, so that's going to make the Iceberg much worse. I think cutting the Oaken Sirens is going to be the death of me. But I think we have to be kind of slower. Like, the Sirens are not going to kill anybody, and they're not going to save me much from what the other people are doing. They're just 2 mana 1/2 flyers, and I don't really have any particular reason to want those. I think... I mean... this is not that good. Out of curiosity, I wonder why this card is worded the way it is. Because I guess it's to prevent... Okay, it could... That bit at the end, other than Council of Echoes, they could remove that. You would never be forced to target and bounce... Because sometimes they have things that say, like, when this enters the battlefield, destroy target creature you don't control. And that's so that, like, you don't have to target your own creature, or, God help you, itself, with target creature. Which, like, if a card said that, destroy target creature when this enters the battlefield, and you played it and it was the only creature, you would have to destroy it, and that would be bad. So they write cards to prevent such bad situations from occurring. Sometimes by restricting what you're allowed to target, and sometimes by making the ability optional. Here, they've made the ability optional, and also said don't target itself. So I don't think this was done to prevent you from having to bounce the creature you played, because they could have taken away either one of those workarounds to prevent that. I think it must be for some other reason, like if there's some deck that lets you, like, double up on triggers, or, you know, benefit from a creature entering the battlefield, and also gives you a way to put creatures from your hand onto the battlefield for free, maybe, then you could, like, play this, get a benefit, get it back, play it, get a benefit, put it back, and they're trying to prevent that kind of loop, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I feel like 2 of these might be a bit much, but... it is kind of, like, really powerful if you actually have the Descend 4. It can try to wrestle the game back from one of these mid-range decks. You play a 4/4 flyer and you bounce their big dude and you're way ahead on tempo all of a sudden. I think the Skull Taker can go. We don't have so many Descend activators, and, like, a single 3/3... A single menace creature is not going to do that much for us, I think. For some reason I read this as saying unfossilize, even though I know the card says defossilize. I looked at it once and I was like, what? They changed the name? 6 more cuts. God, well... what is wrong with me? Why can't I pitch any of these awful cards? Visage of Dread is so stupid. Don't run that. My deck doesn't have any early game. Or any ramp. Well, okay, freebooters are ramp. What do I have to get rid of Mephitic Draft? There's the Acolyte. Is there anything else? I mean, basically no, right? Yeah. Okay, well that's a stupid card. If I still had the Iceberg, there would be, like, Craft with the Iceberg or something, but you don't even... it doesn't even work because you exile it, you don't put it in your graveyard, so... oh, man. Well, we certainly have some reactive... we're just going to be... play a couple 1/1s and then hold up counterspells, and I don't know. Okay, I think maybe this whole stupid, like, Mycoid Aclazotz package should go. And then maybe this guy as well, because he's basically part of that package. He's pretty bad otherwise. And then I'm, like, all set. I have 40 cards. Way too expensive. Bad deck, but here we are. Well, that was a slower deck building than usual, I think. Almost half an hour. I mean... for the draft plus the deck build. But I think I'm usually out of here in 20, 25 minutes. 25, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it always takes me this long. You know, chart a course on 2 is like fine. I'll find a swamp with that. And it gets stuff into my graveyard for this guy. Never mind, I found a swamp. Given that I have a swamp, I might just... Yeah, I don't think I will chart a course, actually. I think I can manage to keep the cards in hand by, like, attacking with a phantom. I think I have enough lands. Great. Just a 2/2 flyer, don't worry about it. Black-white. What does black-white do in this format? Graveyard grind out? Maybe? With some artifacts? I don't know. Alright, I'll swing. Okay. So I could chart a course here, but then I wouldn't really be doing anything. So I'm just going to run this out. It's a 2/5, but it spends my mana efficiently, sets me up to chart a course later. Fine. 8 premium removal, I'll take it. One of these days, we're going to get to make an attack. I mean, I did make an attack once, and then I could have charted a course, but I said I didn't want to. Opponent's stuck on 3 lands, so this is all spells. Huh. Wow. This looks like a multicolor. Okay, so maybe... Huh. What the hell? How dare you? Only when it attacks. Okay. Oh, this is kind of funny. I could play the swamp, discover, and then attack, getting a draw card off of this. I think that's better than chart a course. But I could chart a course and hold Counterspell instead? I don't know. I think I want the draw. Let's just see what random card we get, shall we? I'll draw 2 here. Or draw, what is it? Draw 1? Yeah, this is Impulse. I could put it in hand, but then they know about it, so it's not really going to counter very well. This is pretty good. This is okay. I don't know that I have 6 lands yet. This is a 5-mana 3/2 flyer. But bouncing one of their things sounds kind of hilarious, doesn't it? And I have other plays to make if I don't hit the 6th land. They're actually thinking about a trade here? That's pretty cool. Okay, great. Well, we seem to have made it to the late game, kind of. I have a bunch of expensive spells and 5 lands, which is okay, and I'm not, like, getting murdered yet. That one was my... Yeah, sure. Okay. Gonna sack the snail? It doesn't say only as a sorcery, so you can do it whenever you want. Although, you cleverly left... Oh no, this one's black anyway. Okay. Well, we swing out for the draw for sure. And then I may be charting a course here. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not really prepared to just hold up Counterspell, I don't think. Taking 7 is unpleasant looking. I wonder if I should have tapped blue and blue there so I could play this and hold up a double black spell. Answer is probably yes. I mean, I don't know. My thinking was holding up like out of air or something, but I don't know. I guess I can play this and still hold out of air to counter a creature. It's a lot of 1/1s. Okay, we're probably going to have to send this guy to hell in a bit. Or even just bounce him, maybe. Should have tapped all your white sources if you wanted to do this, I think, right? So you could threaten to do this again. I think I chump for 3 rather than block for 1. I don't know. I mean, getting rid of this is kind of nice. I can always chump. This is like stopping... Yeah. We want to get rid of this, I think. This is stopping 1 damage per turn. Sage of Days. I mean, I don't really need that right now. Ah, I do now have the black mana. Right, I forgot about that part of the plan. Yeah, I don't want to waste this mana. Okay, so I'll blow this up. It's a threat. It's a problem. I don't like it. Get out of here. And we still swing in. Going down to 5 is okay. I'm playing this and bouncing their 3/4. Ooh, deadweight on a 1/1? Maybe. I know, obviously, that I could kill a token here, but the tempo this buys is worth way more, I think. I will not deadweight a 1/1 token, it turns out. But I'm probably about done attacking with this guy. Not only do I not want to lose the 1 life. Yeah, okay. So dead weighting a token might have been cool. I don't want to lose the 1 life, but I also want a blocker for these 1/1s. Defossilize. Sorcery speed. They've done a good job at getting rid of my important creatures. My big creatures, I would say, rather. I think I just have to pick up. Yeah. I have to pick this up. Chart of Course is a pretty good one to keep on top, I think. Huh. I could deadweight a 1/1 just to be less afraid of. I think I do. It's sort of sad, but because like it would have been better to do it last turn, right? But them's the breaks, I guess. I don't think I want to let him have a Resplendent Angel. That seems like a pretty clear no thanks. Good work out of air. You did it. Okay, deck size is still fine. They're gonna flash in a Saw Blade or something? Or just Cosmium Blast? I see. Well, at least I explored. Let's see. Black and blue, I think. That's annoying. I was hoping to get a creature I could play. Hopefully they'll play something I can counter pre-combat. Yes. Does this hit anything? River Herald Scout or Song of Stupefaction. Oh, it can even hit 3-drops? Yeah, I mean, I obviously hurl this into history. Sure. I mean, yeah, another Death Touch. I'll find. I have to find some other way to do damage to them, but you know, it's another Death Touch blocker, I guess. Can't attack. I've actually used all 3 counterspells this game. One of them to draw, and the other 2 as, you know, counterspells I was pretty happy to have, actually. This forces this trade. Is it possible I should offer them this instead and say, oh, would you like to leave my Death Toucher alive? I don't think so. Oh no, is it Saw Blade time? No. I should have manually tapped black, black, and blue or something to scare him into about another counterspell. Yes! Oh my god. The best card in the deck. Okay, swing. Bounce the other one, please. Still 7 cards. Should be plenty. They didn't discover. They've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay, Cosmium Blast. Fine. They finally found something they wanted to Cosmium Blast. I think you probably actually should have chumped with the 1/1 because I was going to do this anyway, right? What's left in the deck? A Spiketail, this, and a Ray of Ruin and a Sage of Days, according to my deck tracker. This is a nice one to have. They're still not discovering, by the way. Sure. You, I guess, think you found lethal, or... But you haven't. I've got this 1/3 blocker, right? Are they going to flash in 2 creatures? Oh, they're just going to kill this. I see. Why do I think this has flash? It doesn't have flash. Okay. End turn. Because there's a card like this in Midnight Hunt, I think, that has flash. Dinosaur? Dinosaur lethal! Got him. Okay. That was a heck of a game. Blue-black is a little nerve-wracking. Getting, you know, using up all the deck's resources and getting to the bottom and... Oh yeah, I guess we could have looked and seen some of the cards in the deck without having to use the deck tracker. Well, I mean, Control did okay. Any cards that I thought were bad in the matchup or in the deck overall, they all seemed all right. Eventually, we sort of lost the ability to attack with this guy, but he was still doing a great job. A, by drawing a bunch of cards before I ran out of attacks, and B, by being a staunch blocker after that time. What are my dailies? Lands, Boros. Still Boros. Hey, but at least it's a 750. 1-0, here we go. The 6-mana flyer though, that did great work. This hand is fine, sort of. I can chart a course on 2 and deadweight some small creature, and hopefully by then I'll have found a 3-drop to play. Yeah, I'm absolutely charting a course here. Blue. Well, didn't find anything to do. Get a swamp out of here, I guess. Counter a creature? Okay. I mean, actually, deadweight deals with this, but if I counter it, I have tempo, right? I can play a 4-mana card. Alright, let's just get rid of this. Tempo's important this early in the game, especially against blue-white. Because they have a bunch of aggro bullshit. I think just swamp go. Try to hurl something into history. I mean, Discover 2 is not incredible, but it's better than passing. Ding dong. Giving itself the counter, huh? Okay, interesting. I think I'd like to draw like a swamp. Oh, this is to keep it safe from deadweight, which totally does apply, huh? Okay, swamp, please. Can't have everything. Island, please? Oh man, we're both out of air. This is so exciting. This is a way to trigger Chart a Course, of course. Why do they keep almost attacking? What are you up to? Do we have a Cosmium Blast coming? We do. That's fine. I don't mind that. And it tapped a blue, so... They could still have the Confounding Riddle, but, like, they don't have Out of Air, which is good to know, I guess. Okay. I have a flyer now. That's cool. Yeah, all my Descend 4 stuff just turned on. Because this guy putting an island in and also milling. Sorry, and also dying. I was confused about, wait a minute, why is the island there after him? Didn't he attack and mill? But they killed him in response to the mill trigger, so he went in, then the island. Not that this matters at all, just like a thing I was thinking about. I don't know. What are you going to do about it, punk? More Cosmium. Fine. I don't mind. Okay. This is blue-white control. Who knew? All right. We have a fun little game here. How do you like a Ward 367? Stupid removal decks. How dare you? Oh, okay. Probably something good in there. Nope, not a single thing. So they're scrying. Scry 3 is pretty cool. I'll probably play this Council of Echoes, bouncing the 4/4, but I don't like that they scried 3 bottom. Well, I mean, obviously I do like it. It means they didn't get to put good stuff on top of their deck. But if I give them this back and let them scry 3 again, I'm really letting them dig for their best card. can't play both of these cards on the same turn, even if I play a swamp or an island. I think I'll just swing with this. They can't really kill it. And run out of Sage of Days, I think, over this thing. The 4/4 flyer is good, but I don't really... Oh, that's a good one to keep. I don't really want to give them the Scry 3 again. Let's hold up 5 mana. Obviously, we're not going to use any of it, but they don't know that. This way they have to be afraid of Hurl into History or something. Oh! Nice. They get to make a bunch of 4/4s. Alright. Well, suddenly this is getting a lot better. See you later, idiot. I was rewarded for waiting on this one. Oh my goodness. I don't mean to call my opponent an idiot. The 4/4 is the idiot, of course. Such a good draw. This is sorcery? Really? Well, who would print that? I probably should have, like, exiled something and then attacked with this, but... I didn't do that. I don't know. Let's just hang on to everything. I seem to have the win in my pocket. Let's have this to deal with any answers they might have. Okay. It's actually an answer, and I can't stop it because they can actually pay the 4. Do I still have another counter in the deck? What if I went digging for that? No. Any other removal or instant speed stuff I could draw that would be relevant? No. So fine, that resolves. Creature, vehicle, or non-basic land. Okay. Well, let's just play out a land and be patient. I could stop that. I think that's fairly reasonable. This thing can get way too big way too quickly. Hang on, it's... Unless they pay 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let's counter that, please. Alright. I can make the 6/7 indestructible, which means it could attack in pretty well. They'll just chump the 2/3, but oh well. Do they have any artifacts in here? They have this now. So they get to flip that, which is fine. What if I swing with the 3/2 as well, having deadweight as backup? Or maybe I put the indestructible here and swing with both of these. Any double block that looks good against this will actually be bad because of deadweight? I think that makes sense. Yes, damage like that, please. Okay, you get a vehicle. That's pretty cool. But you just have to chump your 3/3 to my attack, right? And then take 4 to these guys. Got him. Well, that was a new one. Blue-white actual control. I think that's like the archetype most associated with blue-white in the history of Magic, but not really in this set. Look at this. Out of air, double Cosmium Blast, Quicksand Whirlpool. This guy doesn't want the opponent to play the game either. Not like I'm complaining. That's my deck too. Is like 3 counterspells, a modest amount of removal. I wish I had more. But you just don't see that when blue-white artifacts aggro is pretty good. So kind of a treat to run into that when I was also running a slower deck. Oh, right. In addition to the 2 Cosmic Blasts, they have like 4... We saw 4 ways to punish the opponent for attacking, right? The 2 Cosmic Blasts, the Saw Blades, and the Quicksand thingy. The Dentist. This isn't great, but with a freebooter on 1, I guess it's okay. Like, we get a treasure. And we have Deadweight as well. If we hit a land or 2, obviously it gets to be quite good, but... Come on. Okay. I mean, I'll Deadweight that, I guess. No, I think I'll actually wait. Because I kind of want them to waste their time putting a counter on that first. And I'll just like go dig up a blue source with this. Or maybe they play a 2-drop that's more relevant for me to kill with Deadweight. Have I seen this card back before? I'm not sure. Yeah, come on in. By not deadweighting on turn 2, I really am like, the deadweight is going to wait a long time while I play these cards. But I guess that's just the way it's going to be. What color am I getting here? I might actually want another black. I was thinking blue because I have a double blue spell here. But I have like 3 mana and 1 mana that I might want to spend together in black, so I think I'll go get a black source, actually. By which I mean specifically a swamp, of course. Okay, now Deadweight Island Cycle could be a play. But I think I'll just play out a flyer, right? Encourage them to put a counter on their flyer so I can deadweight it happily. Oh my god, no plays. Okay, we're still in it. Let's island cycle this. Get out of here, you stupid pirate. And, you know, now that I don't have a deadweight anymore, I might as well swing with this. I almost feel so strongly about Captain Storm. As I was saying stupid pirate, I was like, oh, I could have said you pirate bitch. How transgressive of me. Yikes. That's not an artifact, though. So this can't attack yet. If this does attack, I'll happily chump. I really want to land, right? To bounce, like, I don't know, a map token and get a 4/4? Yeah, land is amazing. I mean, I could bounce a creature, but I think the map is way cooler. This stuff is all pretty cheap to replay. Black? What the hell? Okay. What is this? 4 mana, 3/2. Mana ramp. Okay. What is this, like, Pirates ramp deck? I don't understand. Can I afford to attack here? I think probably. Your maps have vanished. You need a map to find your maps. They're gone. Where'd they go? Okay, that's a good attack. Wait, they have an artifact? This is an artifact, I see. Okay, so they still get in for... They get in for 6? Yeah. It's not great. I want to attack here. To get the chart of course value. And then I can play like a Death Toucher or a Flying Blocker or something. I think a Death Toucher would be better. Gotta remind this deck that they have a life total also. Oh no, what the hell? This card is bananas. Okay, I mean, I have removal for it. Kill this one, because this can't always attack. Take 4. Kill this. Play a creature. I don't have enough black to do all that? Are you kidding me? I'm taking 6 if I kill that. And if I don't kill it, I'm taking way more than 6. 6 is lethal. So I'm dead? Unless there's a miracle in here. What kind of miracle would I be looking for? Costs 4 or less? No such miracles exist. Well, maybe that last attack was too greedy. Oh, maybe no. Maybe this can't attack. But right, I'm still taking 6. Maybe they won't see it. It's pretty easy to spot that way, huh? Oh, I don't know. I wonder if I could have, like, bounced a creature instead of their map token at some point and saved some of the damage. I certainly could have done a bit less attacking. Maybe I was a bit brave attacking with a 4/4 the turn I played the other 4/4. I don't know. Because they seemed like they had a pretty bad start. What with having nothing on turn 2, they just had to play Captain Storm, no lands, and then I killed Captain Storm, but I still couldn't deal with their stuff. Powerful Falcon. Packs a punch, I guess, haha. This is fine. Deadweight, this. He always looks to me like the Gigamole from Bro. Ravenous Gigamole, right? I didn't play Bro, but I watched some of it. I did like one Bro Phantom Draft. Was that on camera? I think so. Just gonna island cycle here, obviously. I guess technically should have played the swamp and then island cycled. That way I could play the land I drew while still... I don't know. I'm not holding up into the dead, join the dead. I'm just playing this, right? So it doesn't really matter. Green, 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 nothing. Okay. They went to the trouble of making different art styles for their decks. I see. They actually drafted a forest. This is this set's symbol, and the other two are from some previous set. Okay. Funny. No, I mean, no, play the swamp, I think, right? Because this way I can play out cave and still hold this up in case that's relevant. Plus, all the spells in my hand are black. I might want to cast multiple of them. Concealing, like, if I play the island, they don't know I have a swamp in hand, right? This way I show them 2 cards, play the island, I show them only 1. That's a slight advantage to playing island, but it is outweighed by the fact that having another black mana might actually be relevant. They're not really going to care that one of the cards in my hand is a swamp. Or an island, rather. More green. Oh, this guy's so good. We're going to have to kill him. It's a 4-mana 5/3 that double ramps. Just gross. Yeah. Cannot really tolerate that. Might as well see if they're up for a block. I don't imagine they are. Oh my god, it has ward 2. Oh, I should have blocked. I shouldn't have attacked. Well, okay, I guess... No, I should have attacked because I should be doing this. It has ward 2? That's so gross. They're just going to play like a 7-mana piece of garbage. The 7-mana Forest Cycler? Get down to 5/5 and a 3/3 and like sayonara? No. They only have a 4/5. Well, that's not that reassuring. Crikey. There's their red source. Yeah, makes sense. I was starting to think mono green would make a lot of sense with this guy and this guy, but yeah, red makes sense too. You gonna punch my 1/3? I mean, this 4-mana 4/5 reach trample is very strong, but can you imagine a 2-mana 4/5 reach trample? Look at this. They didn't even have to pay the green, the double. They didn't have to pay 2 of the mana. Well, I think their upkeep is the time to do this. I don't think there's any hexproof or something in these colors, but if there is, I'd rather they spend next turn's mana on it rather than this turn. Oh, are you really gonna like buff your thing somehow? I was gonna kill this anyway, you sucker! You absolute lunatic! I got you! Okay, double check. Ward 2. Yes. It resolves. I pay. Go ahead. Okay. Wow, that paid off way more than it really deserved to. And if I ruin the 4-5, we're just like looking like we're in solid shape, right? I can even dead weight the 1-2? Swing in? Seems wild to be suddenly in such a quasi-commanding position. Is it targeting correctly? Or tapping correctly? Yes. That's incredible. Bonk. I think we draw here, right? But don't tap like that. Cracking this would not give me Descend 4, so I don't need to do that right now. Another island, please. I have so much blue in hand. We just attack and pass. Hold up, hurl into history. Have fun. Or wait, what is this? 8 mana? So I can actually play this and still hold hurl into history. Great. My heart is still racing from destroying. Oh my god, get hurled from killing their creature in response to the removal. Oh my god, the best hurl into history ever printed. Does this say when? Okay, so it has an intervening if. So if this mills first, I can't like order the mill trigger and then order this. It won't. It still won't get to draw. I mean, there is a board clear in red. It won't do anything because they don't have enough caves. Let's just pass? I don't know. What are they splashing red for? Goblin Tomb Raider? Surely not. Huh. I mean, we see 8 of their forests, so like... Either they're running like 3 mountains and 14 forests, which seems totally possible, by the way. Or they just like got a completely freakish shuffle and drew 8, like all 8 of their forests in the top half of their deck. They definitely got unlucky here in a few ways. Right, one was like having 9 lands in the top 16. That's not quite true, right? Because they did land cycle once. Or no, they didn't. Oh, but they like, didn't they do something to ramp? Or was that someone else? Must have been someone else, because there's nothing of that nature visible here. Yeah, so they drew, what, 9 lands and 16 cards? That's way above average. Isn't it? What are 9 out of 16 is 56%, and 17 out of 40 is 42%. So yeah, that's like 50% more than you would expect, or I don't know, 20, some number. And the timing of trying to Huatli's Final Strike my Death Toucher was really unfortunate. I'm not sure I can, like, assess whether that was luck or skill. It, like, sure, my skill played a small part in it, right? I, like, didn't main phase the spell. But, you know, that's not a hard play. You just need to be an okay Magic player to find that. And it's not like I did it because I expected them to end step a removal spell. Although I do remember seeing them mousing over some stuff and saying, oh, are you going to punch my Death Toucher? And then they didn't. If I had thought some more about that, maybe I would have said, oh, they're holding up Huatli's Final Strike. Let's keep this for response. But that wasn't my plan. I was just like, do it in their upkeep. That's the best time. Was it right for them to delay, or should they have done it in their own turn to prevent me untapping as a blue-black deck? I don't know. Did they get unlucky, or did they make a bad decision? Certainly could be both, but they also might have made a good decision that got, you know, unjustly punished. And, you know, they timed their 7-drop right into my Hurl into History. That's a bit unlucky. At that point, they were in a lot of trouble, and I think they just had to play something big. But, you know, as a control deck with a bunch of open mana, they probably were not surprised to see it get counterspelled. They're just like, well, to have a chance, I need this to resolve. And it didn't. Yeah, maybe the greatest hurl into history that's ever happened. Like, I'm sure there are some Commander players out there who've already gotten better. I don't know. Commander players don't play counterspells. But someone's probably hurled into history at, you know, X equals 15 spell and gotten, you know, hurl into history into Emrakul or something like that. This is pretty slow. Because I can't do anything on... Well, I can dead weight on 1, but there won't be any creatures. So on 2, I'm going to have to fetch up an island. Then I can play Scout, and hopefully that draws a land. If it does, I'm still... Like, this hand is still really slow. I don't think this is a keep. If this were an island, it would be reasonable. Okay. Yeah. Let's put back the hurl into history, I guess. Keep a bunch of descend creatures and a defossilize. It's arguably an even worse hand than the first one, but I don't think it's a very good argument. Where's my dead weight? Good top deck, at least. Sort of. I mean, a land would have been better. But at least I don't miss my land drop for the turn. And this fills up the graveyard, so I mean... I'd certainly rather be playing this. Oh, they're going to descend, huh? And then swing in. Nice. Okay, land, we're hitting good here. I think we run out the 4-drop before the 3-drop. It's big enough to still block their stuff with a double block, so... And it doesn't die like this would when it double blocks. Kill spell of some kind? No. They just want the gnomes back to sack again. Okay, very funny. You gonna sack both and make that a 5/4? That would be interesting. I don't think it would be good. I think it would be awful. But sacking one to get a counter on both of your creatures seems pretty cool. They seem to have something else to do in addition. Ooh. Oh, no. I mean, okay. It's only my 2/5, right? And also 6 damage. And they get the descend, of course, of course. That is a great draw. Oh, hang on. This is... Well... This is an instant speed ability, but I don't think there's anything they're excited to sack here, so let's just go for this. This is an enchantment, not just till end of turn, so... Alright, they're just going to give me my creature back. Joke's on you, I have a Death Toucher? And the Freebooter is an important blocker here for them to enable me to block the Menace guy. So I'm not swinging in for the 1 damage. Okay. I don't know. I might have taken Defossilize because I have a 5/6 in the graveyard, but sure, I can't cast it right now. You got me on that. They have 1 creature in the graveyard, but not 2. Maybe they want to sack the 2/1 to craft this? I don't think so. I don't know, maybe. Seems like a game that is still fairly close. They must have some kind of removal. I don't know what they're up to here. Cosmium Blast, maybe? Triple block. Like, Acrobatic Leap doesn't help because I have a Death Toucher. It has to be Cosmium Blast, right? They're just going to kill the 1/1. Okay, what is happening? That is a pretty good card. I have the Treasure to Defossilize already. This I would need to draw a land to play, but I think it's worthwhile. Maybe they just wanted to lose the creature so they could descend? That seems crazy. They're just going to get it back, huh? Okay. Do I want Out of Air? I don't think so. Send is at 3. Well, if this attacks, it doesn't do anything, so I guess you. And I don't mind making that attack. I think I have good enough blocks. When does this mill, by the way? ETB or attack. Are they playing 2 helping hands? This is wild. Also, 5 plains and 1 swamp. Okay, just the full 6. That is something. I'm at 6 now. That is a small number. Pass? I want to hurl into history. Or if they use this, I think I want... They don't actually have 2 creatures they can easily... I mean, these 2, obviously, but... I think I want to hurl into history what they play and have these guys up if they don't do something relevant. I could exile the 5/5 Menace, I guess. But in a moment, they'll be out of cards in hand, and I want to make sure I have a chance to counter something before that happens. Whoa. Well, double block, I guess. And hurl their combat trick into history, it would seem. Artifact or creature spell. Oh my god. Well, okay, at least it comes back as a 3/3. Not as a 6/6. Guess I should have exiled it. Gross. I mean, I have to exile it now, right? I don't even get the scry. That's embarrassing. Sack the artifact and kill me. Nice. Good game. Yeah, some black-white aggro stuff with 2 helping hands. It's kind of fun. Creatures that want to be sacrificed, sort of. I could have dealt with this earlier. I just thought I should save it for a better time, but then this hurl into history rotted in my hand. If I'd killed this earlier, I think I would have taken quite a bit less damage, and then it actually would have resolved. Well, 3/2. Yeah, got to read the text on Hurl into History as well. It's only artifacts and creatures. You'd think for a 5-mana counterspell, it could counter most things. But it's kind of like, you know, Spell Swindle Light. I mean, it's much, much worse than Spell Swindle. But it's kind of like, oh yeah, counter a big spell and then play your own big spell, except sometimes you just get a 1-drop, even if you counter a 7-mana spell. I'd rather have the 7 treasures, thank you very much. This is alright. I feel like I've been going first a lot this draft, haven't I? What do you have to say, 17 lands? I've played 5 games and gone first in 4 of them. So yes, I have been going first a lot this draft. Why am I always drawing this right after playing a swamp and passing? That's what I want to know. It seems unfair. Interesting. I could Swamp Cycle this and play a 1-mana card and then know I have a 3rd mana, right? The other thing I would be doing is maybe hold up a Counterspell or something. Yeah, I think this card's fine. Like, a 2-mana land is about what I want right now. They didn't top something, okay. And I think this is a perfectly fine deadweight target. Well, first, see if they're keen to give it to me for free. No. I mean, you know, I'll play this out. I would even more, I would welcome a trade here. Great. Now Deadweight can kill a 2/2 flyer or something. No. Bad, bad, bad draw. Oh, they descended this turn. That's so rude. Huh. I kind of want to draw and then play a land. Yeah, if I could hold up a counter, but then like they're just gonna it'll probably descend for them, right? I think we do just main phase the draw. Take a land. Our Descend 4 is online. Although... Well, I guess I can defossilize the 5/6. That's pretty cool. What the hell is this? A 2/4. I lose twice as much life whenever I lose life? That's some shit. Obviously, I don't know. Well, maybe I should have played this first, because I could have gotten in for 4. But I wondered if they might be so foolish as to block here. I don't know. Anyway, I clearly like have to defossilize this guy. Oh, there's this guy as well, I guess. That seems better. I didn't realize he was in there. Could defossilize the flyer? Okay, this attack was actually terrible. I should have just not attacked and had a double block available. For the menace creature, because he's hitting. I'm taking 10. Like, what is wrong with me? This attack was not worth it. I just hoped they would block here and I could deadweight it, but I'm dead. Dead as hell. I could have taken 6 less damage if I hadn't swung with this. What an idiot. I mean, I don't know. Did I have fun in this match? How dare you? How dare you ask me this question? I mean, kind of. Like, losing... I was trying to click here. Losing feels bad, but... And the cards my opponent played were complete bullshit. But it was still a fun loss, I think. I had chances, and I misplayed them, and it's like I can look at it and say, oh yeah, that's what I did wrong. I think that's fun. Yeah, that attack, I don't know. I just thought, oh, it doesn't matter if I attack with this, because I can't block their menace creature anyway. And it can't block their flyer either, so I might as well see if they're foolish enough to let me kill the 2/4. But of course they're never going to do that. And if I get another blocker down, in fact, I can block their menace creature, and then I would have been at 6 life instead of 0 life. And You know, if I'd topped a land, I could have played a 4/4 flyer and bounced something. Like, I definitely could have still been in that game if I hadn't attacked with that 2/3. So, not the greatest result of all time, but I mean, I feel like about what you should expect from a blue-black deck, really, right? I got lucky to win a few of those games, and I did not think the deck was good when I built it. We got a lot more early game interaction, or like early game plays, than I should reasonably have expected to have. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.